You've tuned in to the Top 10 Gardener with garden expert Ken Lain. Join him daily as he answers timely garden questions that are sure to make a difference in your gardens. Now welcome your host, Ken Lain.
And we're back with Lisa Waters Lane in the studio. She comes each week and just shares her garden expertise. Just gardening. The more gardeners you get in a garden to discuss how to garden in that space, the more opinions, advice, and fun, design, flair, personality you're going to see come out in that gardening. So a true garden, takes on the feeling of the artist, the designer that put those plants together. And they're trying to attract wildlife and plants and roadrunners and lizards and different kinds of flowers and butterflies that migrate and stay around and humming. It's a fun thing. And all of it's there to capture the sunlight at different times of the day. The seasons change. It's a beautiful, living, breathing piece of art when it's really done well. And so I think Lisa comes and helps us share that. I don't even know why I went on that riff.
I don't know, but I don't know what to say now. I'm done.
Okay, just inspire us to do all of that.
Okay, I'll do that.
I think that's part of what we do here is we're not just selling plants. I need a plant. Oh, I've got 2 acres of them. But I need a plant for this space that makes it special, that's unique, that's different, that my neighbors will walk by and go, wow, that is so cool. Where do you get that? How do you do that? How old is it? Share with me. How did you pull that off? And so that's what true landscaping design. And we spend more time with the flair of it than just here's 3 plants. Which one you like? Go.
Mm-hmm. Oh, are you done now?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm on a roll. Too much coffee. Here
have
we
you
go.
not talked to anybody? It's like, woo, he's going today, which is good. So I brought a couple plants in to show, but I also want to talk about perennial gardens, how you plant a perennial garden. But we got I'm always talking about rainbow ascot euphorbia. Yeah. You've probably heard me mention it like 20 times. They have a new euphorbia out. This one is Miner's Merlot.
Merlot. So I don't wonder where Miners came from. Is that the developer's name?
Could be the developer. I have to research that.
Crazy.
But same as the rainbow ascot, it's going to be evergreen, animal resistant, but it is a beautiful kind of burgundy color, burgundy green color. A wonderful, put it together with the rainbow ascot. You talk about screaming color. It is amazing. So just a really cool new one. I wanted to show it to people, those that are watching. If you're listening, you got to come down and look at it.
It probably gets, if I can describe it, or the airway, if you're driving down the highway, heading to Costco or Trader Joe's or wherever you're heading to now, taking the kids to soccer, going to church. This plant gets up about knee high, vase-shaped. It's got kind of elongated foliage, but it's deep. It's not black, but it's sure close to, it's like the top of the foliage is black. The bottom is burgundy. So you get this two-tone, very dark, rich color to it. The beauty with euphorbias they are evergreen. Animals don't eat them. So it's related to gopher plant, if you're familiar with that. That's another variety of euphorbia. It's been in bloom gopher plant's been in bloom for a month or more, with these bright yellow flowers. It's a blue foliage that spreads out. This is a purple foliage. Actually, they would be striking together. The red, yellow flowers, the blue foliage with this Merlot color. Oh my God. Same companions. They like the same kind of full sun. Hit it with wind, surround it with asphalt, kick dirt at it. It still grows easily. Looks great in a container.
Yeah. So I just want to bring that in and show people.
Merlot euphorbia.
Miner's Merlot. And then just to show people, because everybody's always asking.
Yeah, that's right.
When are your California poppies coming in? We have our first load. So our first load came in. Terrific bloom, terrific color, great for those wildflower areas where you want stuff just because they'll drop seeds, so you get more next year. So terrific for those areas where you just kind of want things to be a little. What are you doing?
I'm trying to help the folks who are watching this on YouTube. I'm trying to have
a serious conversation.
Trying to show them the price. It's $12.99 for this beautiful, striking, stunning, like fully mature poppy thing. So, but the camera would not pick that up.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
But great for those areas kind of maybe further out from the house or where you don't get a lot of water to them because they can kind of take care of themselves. They don't need a lot of
And they
water.
reseed. You never get just one. You always get this one and then more almost as the season progresses. So, and then more even next year. So it's a true wild flower from the mountains of Arizona.
Definitely. And then we're also starting to get some delphiniums in. I love
Yay.
delphiniums. They also kind of announced that spring. Delphiniums are kind of, they can be purple, they can be blue, they can be white, they can be a combination. They send a beautiful spike up over very delicate foliage. It's great for those perennial beds. Likes a little bit of a shadier area. So as we go into the heat, but it's a wonderful spring, early summer bloomer that gives you a lot of nice color.
Hummingbirds. This is taller, so this will get easily well above knee high. So, and not quite hip high, but it's in that 2 to 3 foot range with the spikes, and has multiple spikes coming up, and then each up at the top of each of these spikes are these great big colorful kind of trumpet shaped flowers that you're seeing. So this is kind of the first of many hundreds of varieties of colors of perennials. They kind of set the stage. So California poppies and delphiniums kind of keep going. They've got bright colors to them.
They do. Very, very pretty.
And delphiniums, if I recall, rabbits don't eat that. Is that right?
It should be resistant. It should be.
They'll have a sick tummy if they start to eat it. Probably won't kill them, but anyway.
But of those things. So perennial flowers. The reason I'm running out of time, but I'll quickly hit a few things. But in our yard, we have this section of our yard that's just, it's a weird little section up against the fence, our neighbor's fence. And over the years, we've had vegetable gardens in there. We've thrown a few plants in there.
It's experimental. It's fun. It's extra.
It needs some help.
Okay. I'm sensing some plants coming home this weekend.
Yeah, probably. So started me thinking about how you design a perennial garden. So I'm going to hit on a few of those things that are important. And the first being is know your zone, know where you're at. Now, most of us are in the Quad City area, the high desert, mountainous area. So the plants that you can grow here maybe aren't the same as the ones you grew down in Phoenix or in Southern Cal, or maybe they are. You just got to put them in different positions. But know your zone. Know which way your perennial garden is facing. Is it facing north? Is it west? Is it east? So those are things important. Those are things you want to know when you're planting that bed. You also want to know the plants that you're thinking about putting in there. How tall and wide at maturity are they? Everybody sees this cute little flower at the garden center and they bring it home. And then the next year it's taking over their entire
Vinca, introduced in the middle of the gardens and there's nothing left but Vinca.
Yeah. So you want some good knowledge about your plants, which is why you should shop at an independent garden center, because we have people that know and we have great signage. I mean, it'll tell you how tall, how wide, likes the sun, likes the shade. So information is king, because you've got to know what the plant you're looking at, what's it going to be like in a few years. You also need to know bloom time. So like we were talking, the delphinium, they're a spring, early summer bloomer. So in your perennial beds, you want to kind of have a seasonality to it. So you have those spring bloomers, those summer bloomers, those fall colors, even winter. You want some color.
That's your euphorbia.
Euphorbia.
That's great winter color.
So kind of getting the seasonality to it. So if you're looking for spring blooming plants, now is the time to be at the garden center and looking at those plants, because we're not going to have them at the end of May. We have them
all the summer
now.
things.
Right. So think about that seasonality. You don't have to plant your bed all at once. You can plant as the season goes along and you can see what you like. Also know what the plant's needs are. So we were talking about the euphorbia, which loves the heat, loves the sun, loves to be dry. You wouldn't want to plant that next to the delphinium, because they have different needs. Delphiniums likes a little moisture, likes a little shade. So think about the combos, the plants that you're putting together. Are they going to be complementary with each other? Because not all of them are. And then also know, do they need shade? Do they need sun? Do they need a lot of water? Do they like to go dry? Because that will make a big difference about what you put in there. And we're almost done.
I think you're there. I know you got 3 more pages to share with folks, but come talk to Lisa afterwards and she can kind of hone you right in. Or better yet, just peruse the perennials that are here. All these are here at the garden center now, the poppies, delphiniums, and euphorbias. Check out the new ones and the old ones. They're rainbow ascots. They're all good to be planted now. But Ken and Lisa Lain, we're here at Waters Garden Center. We love helping plants. We love helping people and pairing them together so they all thrive. Waters Garden companion plants for March are Oklahoma redbud, mountain heaths, rosemary creeper, Prescott pansies, and fanciful forsythia.
You're listening to garden expert Ken Lain, owner of Waters Garden Center in Prescott. Look for more tips, tricks, and garden shortcuts through Ken's website. Additional shows of this podcast, read his weekly garden column, or follow him on Facebook, Instagram at watersgardencenter.com. That's Waters with 2 T's, gardencenter.com.